Hello, and thank you for watching this regional update for the Northeast. I'm Andrew Pritchard, Senior Meteorologist with Nutrien Ag Solutions. Well, we'll start with the satellite picture here as the sun comes up on Tuesday morning. We've got a frontal boundary stalled across this region. An approaching upper-level disturbance across the desert southwest is drawing moisture up and over the top of that boundary, leading to a big area of cloudiness, big area of showers and thunderstorms from the southern plains into the Ohio River Valley as we get started with our Tuesday. With a lot of cold air coming in on the backside of that trough, we're actually freezing some of this precipitation as well. Heavy snow expected across portions of New Mexico into the Texas Panhandle, with an ice storm ongoing across parts of the I-35 corridor, including Oklahoma City, back into the Texas Panhandle. Now, moisture is going to continue to feed up and over the top of this boundary as we head deeper into the week, and that is going to lead to several days of heavy precipitation across this region. Now, there is that temperature boundary as we look at the temperatures here on Tuesday morning. Again, the coldest air in North America locked in across the central Rockies right now, and that frontal boundary extends back into parts of the southern plains. And again, the disturbance back across the southwest, continuing to put upper-level support over the top of that thermal boundary, drawing moisture northward from the Gulf of Mexico. I'm drawing the same pictures on each map here, but that is the pattern as we head through the end of the week. And then you throw in Zeta, and we're talking about a lot of rain over the next 5 days from the Gulf Coast into the northeast. You're looking at temperature anomalies over the next 5 days on the left, and then total precipitation over the next 5 days on the right. So all of this takes us through Saturday evening. And again, as Zeta makes its way up from the Gulf Coast and then the upper level wave back to the west, continue to move slowly off to the east. We're going to be soaking the Red River region all the way into the Ohio River and then on into the northeast. And with some cold air coming in on the backside here, we'll change some of that precipitation over to snow as we head into the end of the week across parts of the northeast. Now, here's the jet stream wind speeds at 500 millibars. Again, very amplified. We've got our ridge across the Pacific, our trough in the southwest, and then very strong jet stream winds racing from southwest to northeast. This is a setup alone for some heavy rains across really the southern U.S. into the northeast. But then again, you throw in Zeta and its big moisture plume that's going to be drawn northward as well by this upper level trough and deflected off to the northeast. We're looking at two really heavy rain producing events kind of coming together at the same time across the region. So here's an animation as we head into the end of the week. I'll take all of the many arrows that I've drawn off of the map so you can see a bit clearer. And what I want to show you is this upper level wave continuing to slowly move off to the east and then picking up Zeta as we head into Wednesday and Thursday. So Zeta makes its way north, making landfall overnight Wednesday night into Thursday morning across coastal portions of Louisiana and Mississippi, and then beginning to be deflected off to the east across Mississippi and Georgia as we head through Thursday morning into Thursday evening. By the time the sun goes down on Thursday, Zeta has been pushed quickly all the way into Virginia, with upper level support lagging behind here with our upper level waves. So we've got the heavy rain producing Zeta moving into the Pacific Northwest, and then we've got still the upper level support heavy rain producing upper level wave coming in behind it. And then we've got this trough digging in out of Canada, this one coming in on the backside. So this one brings the cold air. So we've got two systems bringing the moisture to the northeast. We've got another wave coming in, screaming out of Canada to end the week, bringing in the cold air on the backside. So that's how we bring in a ton of moisture and then freeze the northern extent of that moisture as we head into the end of the week, producing some snow across the region. So winter weather advisories, potentially some winter storm warnings could be in the future across the northeast. Quiet right now. Much of the winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings, and ice storm warnings confined to the southern plains. But again, this will be traveling off to the northeast as we head deeper into the week. So I would expect to see some more in the way of hazardous conditions popping up on the advisory map here from the National Weather Service. The latest from Zeta, or the latest from the National Hurricane Center on Zeta, has the circulation becoming a hurricane as it moves out over the Gulf over the next 24 hours or so, making landfall Wednesday night across coastal portions of Louisiana and Mississippi, and then accelerating off to the north and to the east through the day on Thursday, of course weakening to a tropical storm, then eventually a tropical depression as we get into the end of the week, potentially becoming a tropical storm once again as we get to Friday morning off the Atlantic coast. That could certainly mean some strong winds coming out of the north as we get into the day on Friday. So here's a way we can look at the moisture that's going to be pulled northward. We're looking at Zeta down here. This is precipitable water. So it's essentially saying if you stood in place and looked up how much moisture could you wring out of the atmosphere at a given moment. So what I wanted to show you was we've got Zeta coming northward, and then we've got the upper level low off to the southwest. The strong upper level support there, that would draw moisture northward anyway. That's our warm arid advection region out in advance of the storm system. So not only are we pulling Gulf moisture northward, we're pulling a whole hurricane northward and all of its moisture as well. So very moisture-laden air mass, tons of upper-level support for a couple of days of heavy rain from the Gulf Coast northward into the northeast region. And then, of course, cold air coming on the backside will change some of that over to snow. So we can look at all this with the precipitation forecast from the European model. Again, we'll keep it pretty quiet across the Northeast, just some very light drizzle activity, really gloomy conditions, cold and misty as we head through the day today and even into tomorrow morning. We'll be quiet for the most part into tomorrow night, but then rain on the leading edge of what's left of Zeta will move into Pennsylvania as we get into Thursday morning, lifting north into New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, south to Long Island as we head through the day on Thursday. Now, Friday is when this thing starts to lift across the rest of the Northeast, and we start to bring some of that cold air in with that upper-level trough. So snow begins across New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, southern Maine as we head into Friday morning, and that'll stack up anywhere from 4 to 8 inches across the region with heavy rain off to the south of that. So 2 to 4 inches of rain expected across Pennsylvania, eastward to New Jersey, trailing off to around a half an inch as you make your way into upstate New York, New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine. Of course, as you make your way off to the north, that's where the cold air will be coming in and changing some of that over to snow as we head through the day on Friday. So we'll finish then with a look at your high temperatures over the next few days. We've got 30s across northern Maine all the way down to the low 50s as you make your way into southern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. We will warm up a little bit as we head into Wednesday and Thursday in advance of Zeta, in advance of the upper level disturbance, but those temperatures really start to cool off late in the day Thursday into Friday with high temperatures only in the 30s and 40s as we make our way into the end of the week and the weekend.